Welcome back to Themed Journals. My name is April. Welcome to all the new members. Appreciate your subscription. And welcome to all the people who've been here for a minute. Okay, so let me bring you up to date what I did this last week while you watched the videos. I had to redo this one and both of these. They didn't turn out, they were too big. So I had to redo them. I may have to put some glue in here on some of these, but anyway, I'll deal with that later. So now we have a nice cover that crinkles really nicely, and this padded mailer really gives it a nice cushion. Okay, so I did that, and then I was debating on what to call these, what names I should call these particular things. So I just decided to go with a face of a dog on this one, and then a face of a cat on the other one, and just leave it at that. And I did get these done, and I put triple thick gloss on these so that they look shiny like these. Okay, so excuse me. Now I also want to discuss these. So I got all of the altered playing cards. There we go. April finally remembers what she's trying to think of. Altered playing cards done. So I'll show you one side, all the sides. Isn't that beautiful? Just love these. These are just a hint. Some of them have just a hint of the animal. And look at these padded mailers. I chopped up the padded mailers that were a mistake. And look at how beautiful they are. They're so nice to touch. So now I'll have something tactile for them to touch along with these. These are nice and tactile too. And then I decided to give them all a little surprise on this side. I decided to go with steampunk animals, dogs for the dogs. And, oh, I'm so sorry. And then, so they look, cute. Because people like steampunk, whether they know they like steampunk or not. And I used every single dog, steampunk dog I had as in my stickers. I had to fussy cut around this one because this is a glossy one, and just putting a little bit of ink around them wouldn't push back the white. So I fussy cut around these, all these ones. And they look really good, I think. And then I ran out of steampunk stickers, so I used some paw seals on these as decoration. And the owner could, of the book, since these are poofy ones, pop these off and then glue down this straight onto their page. I mean, that's what I would do. And that's why I give this ephemera. And then they could use these seals somewhere else. Anyway, that is the dog one. And now the cat one is quite different because, as you know, I used my friend's pictures of her cats. So I printed them off. Now, on the puffy ones, I just used the color of, or the fabric, obviously. Because they were part of the, and so there's the puffy ones. I got 4 puffy ones for the kitty cats. Very cute. So they're all different because of, her pictures she sent me were all different. And then this one This is, out of all the pictures I downloaded, I didn't like this one the most. I know, it bugs me. This is one of my favorites. My friend is so beautiful. And then there's a repeat of some of these. And then I found stickers for cats. And I put them on. I got all but this one was a steampunk cat. I have another one of these and I wanted to put it on here too, but I lost it. I don't know where it went. So I put steampunk cats, steampunk lions on here because lions are cats. Then they got steampunk kitty cats and kittens, and then more steampunk lions. And I used up every single steampunk cat I had, except for the one circle one I showed you earlier that I misplaced. I don't know. I'll probably find it when I'm all done with this project. On the floor or under my desk or something. Yeah. And I used blue thread around these because I thought it matched the fabric really well. See the blue eyes? This is a good match for that. And of course I used brown, or rust brown, which matches perfectly with the colors of the fabric. So I'm really thrilled about this. Okay, so I put on the door knocker. We're going to do hidden spines, so that doesn't matter. Now, if you weren't going to do a hidden spine, this had to go on before this piece of fabric right here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. And I did the same for this one. It's going to be a hidden spine. I think I got the frog out of my throat. And we're going to work on those hidden spines this morning. Okay. So I'm going to sit down now. Let me and put my little, I have a little lap blanket, and I'm going to use that because it's chilly where I'm at. Okay, so you just use some of the scrap that you had from your cereal box that you used earlier. All right. So what we have to do is figure out, and we don't want to go over this. So we go here, and then we want it even on the bottom right here. Ooh. So we will cut this. So it matches. Now we've got to decide where, now you put this down, and that's as far as we can go to one side. Then what we're going to do is pull this down just a little bit so we can see where the crease is on the other side. I know I have a pencil somewhere. Oh, here we go. So I want it to be about here. All right. All right. Need to move everything so that it's in a straight position so that when you cut this, it is straight. Absolutely straight. You don't want any muck-ups here. All right. Yep, I still got it wrong. All right. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a little cut here. Now, I'm so sorry I got this frog in my throat, man. It's horrible. All right. Ugh. Oh, if I'd known I would had this bad of a time talking, I may have waited a little bit to do my video. Anyway, sorry about that. All right. Now let's get the kitty one back and see how it looks. So we want this side up, and it still is a problem this way. So we don't have it yet. It's better to take off a little bit at a time rather than trying to force it in one go, because what'll happen now is that it will, you could always cut off, but you can't add on once it's cut off. Yeah. All right. See how that moved? Yeah. That's why I like doing it from the top. I should have, but the measurement was from the bottom of it. All right, let's see how we're doing. All right, let's see how we're doing. All right, so the question is will this ride up when we close it, or will it stay put? Or do we think we need a skosh more? And what this will do is it'll give strength to our back. I think we're going to take off a little bit more, not much. Not much at all. Okay, now see if that will work. Okay, see that? Oh yeah, I need to put more glue there. I didn't mean to mean that, but yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, while I remember that I need to put more glue there, we're going to put more glue there. Because the more you handle it, the more you realize where you need the glue and where you don't need the glue. Yeah. And what I'm going to do is the same thing I did last time. I had to glue something. Where is it? Okay, we're going to go like this, and we're going to go like this. And we are going to, ooh, where's my, all right, I'm going to put you guys on pause because I've got to get in a drawer where, and in front of it is one of my, what do you call it? Is my stand for my camera. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Obviously. All right. Okay. The reason why I'm putting this on is because I don't, some reason when I move down here, these are all dirty. And the tips are dirty on lots of these, and so I don't want to get a muck on the fabric. So I do know I have to start this over again. Okay, so we're just going to put 2 on there. And I'll put this on the floor so we can still work on our on our hidden let's see, our hidden spine. Okay, I think that'll do, because remember that you're going to put fabric over this, so it'll be even snugger than before. So I think we're going to go with a little bit more, just a skosh. Because we definitely want our paper to, or our fabric to fit in there snugly. And if it's too snug, then the problem is that it won't close right. And we want it to close right. Yep. All right, let's see. Now, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Now on either side, even with the fabric. Let's see. Well, I'm thinking we should do a little bit more, not much. Now let's see how that how it closes now. Yeah, I think that'll be okay with the fabric the way it is. Oh, one of mine decided to come off. Ugh. Okay, now we're gonna do the same for this one. We're just not gonna keep this one over here because I want to be able to keep the hidden spine with the proper what do you call it? Journal. Yep. All right. Now, it just occurred to me, this may not be wide enough. Oh no, it's fine. We get the, oh yeah, we're going to have to definitely, now again, we want to put it right here, and then we need to curl it up down here so it's even down here. All right, now we can cut this off since it's all raggedy anyway. We're not keeping that. All right, then what we need to do is square it up. And then see this ridge right here? That's where the corner of the box was. So what we need to do, or the curve of the box, because this is a side panel. See, it's the side panel of the cereal box we used. All right. We're going to be bold and take a little bit more than a skosh off. All right. Let's see how that looks. Okay, it's still a problem. All right, now what we need to do is, all right, we need to get it about here, I think. Put that on my lap. Boy, I think I need some hot tea this morning. All right. All right. Now let's measure this. Okay, that fits good that way. I think it's going to fit good this way too. Now I have to remember that we're putting fabric on it, and it's going to be, I think we need to take a little bit more off so that the fabric doesn't squish up, because if the fabric squishes it up, what's going to happen is that it's going to bulge and it won't glue down properly. Yeah, personal experience here. All right. And you just cut it to where you want it, and you feel confident that the fabric will indeed not scrunch up the backing. Because once you put the fabric on, you start sewing the signatures, that's it. And that's all the chance you've got. Now, no, I think we need to take some more off. Okay, I like that. So we're going to start with this one, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the next step. All right. My fabric is all tangled up over here. All right. Now, I've already scuffed up the back with a sanding block, so I don't have to do that on this one. So we'll get out my fabric scissors, come around my post here, give it a little snip. All right, then we can put this back up. Okay, then we remember this is directional fabric. You've got to make sure that when you turn it over, it's not going to be, you know, non-directional. I can't stress that enough. So what we're going to do is this is going to be the back, because you want the ugly part that could shine through. Let me show you. This could be seen. You don't want your cereal box to be seen. So if you look really closely here in where the white spots are, you can actually see the cereal box. So you want to put this down towards the cereal box so it doesn't show through. I hope that makes sense. It does in my brain anyway. All right. All right. And then we're going to go this way, and we're going to snip it. I'm going to snip it this way. to snip it this way and then this way. And then we're going to flip this over. Or at least try to. There. Then we want to put a little bit extra glue on the outside of the fabric in case we have any overlap, and it'll stay down. All right. All right, now we have this. All right, that looks really good actually. See? All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to put the glue on that glue before we take off the lid of this glue and start using this glue. You want it to be very dense along the fabric because you don't want it coming up, no matter what. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm dumb. All right, we're going to have to let this dry before we can actually use it to... I have to put signatures on there before I can do anything. Oh, duh, April, duh. All right, hang on. All right, I'm just going to put this over here and let it dry. It'll dry fairly quickly. Let's push that down. Make sure there's no... I'm just going to push the fabric back a little bit so that it's tight and no bubbles. There. That should do. All right. Now, we're going to do the same thing for the kitty one, and then hopefully I'll remember not to do the extra bit that I did. No gluing, April, and then we can sew the signatures for the kitty journal. Yeah. Again, we got directional fabric, so we're going to have to watch how we cut this out. So here's hoping for redemption on the screw up I did. All right. It's been so long since I've done a proper journal that I almost, glued down the hidden spine without the signatures on it. Oh, well. Okay. We want to put this one down. And you can glue this side too if you want. All right. Okay, then what we'll do is turn this sideways now that we got it where we want it. And we'll just run the glue along the side, both sides, and then we'll just flip them over like so. And they will stay in place. There we go. Now this side is bulging. It's not down flat. put a little extra on the end here. Oh, come on. Then we're going to peel up this side and give it a little diagonal snip. That way, everything's down. Everything is down. Okay, the fabric does fray. That's okay. I'm used to that. Okay, so now we've got our I'm wondering if I did this backwards. I may have. Yeah. Okay, remember what I said about directional? Yeah, I didn't listen to my own advice. All right. Thankfully, this is only glue sticks, so we can rip it up and turn it around. Okay. All right. We'll see how that works out. Okay, let's try this again. I may just have to bite the bullet and get another piece of fabric cut. Cannot believe I did that. I tried really hard to remember directional, but I forgot that this piece is cut to the shape of the journal. Yeah, I forgot. Now, I may have to totally redo this. I know I just put a bunch of fabric pieces on the floor. Ugh. All right, let me contemplate my problem here, and I'll tell you what my solution was. These, because I did it the opposite, these ends are now poking up on both tops and bottoms. I'll be back. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so that you'll know when the next Themed Journal journey is going to begin, and we will speak in the next video. You have a lovely day in your craft room. Bye.